Welcome to the final Old Spice report of the 2009 Pro Circuit season. I'm Julie Alexandria, here with Chris Puckett, and we've got the latest on everything that's going on in the world of MLG. Now later in the show, we'll be checking in with Nexi for a Game Battles update, and Shibby and DMAC will give us a look back at the careers of two of our biggest stars. But first, we need to talk about the National Championships of 2009 in Orlando, Florida.
That's right, Julie. The National Championships were simply unbelievable. Now, coming into the event, everyone in the MLG world was expecting to see another Triggers Down versus Straight Rippin' battle in the championship match. But after ESPN Saturday night, it was obvious that we were all wrong. On Saturday, Classic shocked us in round 2 with a 3-0 sweep of Carbon, and after Triggers Down suffered a heartbreaking equipment failure in Game 4 of the winners semifinals, Classic gained momentum and knocked Triggers Down into the losers bracket with a clutch win on Construct Team Slayer.
And Classic's gonna win!
The upsets continued on the other side of the bracket as Believe the Hype edged out Final Boss, Instinct, and Straight Rippin' in 3 very close 5-game series to advance to the winners bracket finals. In the end, it was 7th-seeded Believe the Hype facing off against 5th-seeded Classic for the $100,000 grand prize. Believe the Hype went on to beat Classic 6-2 in the finals and were crowned our 2009 national champions.
Yeah, we have to give a big shout out to Believe the Hype and the 7 other teams finishing in our top 8. Now, if you missed the action live, make sure to check out the rebroadcast on MLGpro.com and download the Best of Orlando 2009 exclusively on Xbox Live. Okay, so now the season's finally over, and I'm a little verklempt about this. I have to know, what would you say is the most memorable moment of the 2009 season?
You know, I don't think I can pick out a single moment, but looking back at 2009, the thing that stands out the most to me was the number of amazing matches. Every single event, I found myself at the edge of my seat. And you know, it took me some time, but I finally narrowed it down. Here is my list. It's the top 5 games from the 2009 Pro Circuit season. Kicking off the countdown at number 5 is a game from the Meadowlands. Up-and-comers Believe the Hype showed they could compete with the best in a back-and-forth war with Instinct on Onslaught Capture the Flag. The game featured 4 triple kills from Neighbor and some ridiculous flag returns from both teams. Number 4 goes to the amplified Team Slayer game between Darkest Hour and Straight Rippin'. Snipedown had one of the best individual performances of the season, dropping 18 kills with only 4 deaths. And the action was so good, I didn't have to switch from his screen once during the game.
Killing Frenzy, he's 10-0, ladies and gentlemen. 10-0.
At number 3, I have the longest Capture the Flag game to ever take place on the broadcast. This pit CTF game between Triggers Down and Final Boss lasted 25 minutes and featured a ridiculous 15-kill spree from Pistola.
Destroyed it, that's running back from Pistola. Oh!
Number 2 is the most dominating overall performance I've seen by any team in Halo 3. In the Columbus final, Straight Rippin' put on a clinic versus Triggers Down and Team Slayer on Narrows. Might Warrior pulled off some amazing sniper shots that I will never forget.
Awesome shot by Might, taking down Hives. Perfect headshot with the sniper. That is a confidence builder. And Hysteria, he gets one as well.
And the best game from the 2009 Pro Circuit season is Game 10 from the Anaheim Championship match between number 1 seeded Triggers Down and number 2 seeded Straight Rippin'. It was a 50-49 nail biter on Construct with an incredible finish.
That Construct game was truly amazing. Now you can watch all of these games in their entirety by clicking the links in the show notes. All right, that's going to do it for our Pro Circuit recap. We're headed to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, DMAC and Shibby will take a look at the careers of 2 of MLG's biggest superstars.
Stay tuned.
I'm a man. And I smell like a man. But sometimes I like to smell like a different smelling man. Point is, men need a variety of scents. So Old Spice makes a variety of scents, but I don't use them.
Because I'm a woman.
Just kidding. I'm not a woman. I use all of them. Because I'm a man.
Welcome back to the Old Spice Report. Puckett just finished counting down the top 5 games from the 2009 Pro Circuit season, and now it's time to check in with DMAC and Shibby for some news on our pro players. Guys, what's going on?
Hey Julie, I'm DMAC here with my good buddy Shibby. And this year we had a lot of breakout players, but we also had a few retirements. In 2009, we saw 2 perennial all-stars hang up their controllers for good. First, we have Ogre One, who had completely dominated the sport for quite some time. Here's a guy who won 23 out of the 37 tournaments he competed in. Him, along with his brother Ogre 2, have revolutionized the way the game is played today with their strategy, quick thinking, and control. Just think about all the people you see doing the Ogre switch today. Ogre 1 is noted as one of the greatest Halo players of all time and a founding member of the only dynasty MLG has ever seen, Final Boss. In fact, from our Seattle tournament in 2004 to our Chicago tournament in 2006, Ogre 1 placed first 16 out of the 17 tournaments he competed in, placing second only once. That dominance has not been seen since, and in this growing world of gaming, it's a possibility that we'll never see it again. Ogre 1's presence is certainly going to be missed.
It sure will. He was idolized by many of the pro players currently in the league today and certainly set the high standard of excellence that a player strives for. He changed my entire outlook on the game of Halo, and I feel pretty confident saying he was an inspiration to many others. Ogre 1, without a doubt, goes down in my book as a top 3 Halo player of all time. And speaking of top Halo players, another Halo legend has retired, Shockwave.
Shockwave, one of the founding members of Team Carbon, announced his retirement after the 2009 National Championships. During his tenure as captain of Team Carbon, he was most notably known for putting an end to the Final Boss dynasty.
Yeah! He's done!
Shockwave has been ranked as the best strategist by the Pro Players Association in previous years and continued to be extremely impressive until the very end of his career, placing third at his very last tournament. Besides Walshy, Shockwave is the only player to ever place in the top 3 in every national championship since 2005.
Shockwave will always come to mind when I think of the last 4 seasons. He's always been one of those players with great knowledge of the game and an even greater skill of breaking it down into simple terms for others to understand. He can be looked at as a perfect role model for what it means to be a team captain. He's a smart and determined guy, and I know he'll continue to see success throughout his life. Shockwave, congrats on such an outstanding career with MLG.
Every show that we've done so far, we've talked about people who have shown an immense amount of swagger, and that certainly doesn't change here.
Yep, and that's going to take us into Who's Got Swagger. Usually, we talk about one person, but that can't be the case here. We're going to have to give it to both Shockwave and Ogre 1. They dominated the league for years, and at this point have become pioneers to the MLG community. They have forever left their mark, and without a doubt, Ogre 1 and Shockwave have proven that they've got some swagger.
And they certainly have. We wish both players success at whatever they may do from here on out. We expect them to make a big mark wherever they go. They certainly have here at Major League Gaming. I'm D-Mac, that's Shibby. Julie, back to you.
Thanks, guys. Now, while 2009 marked the end of some Halo players' careers, it also was a breakout season for a new wave of talent. Players like Chig, Killer Drew, Destin, and Ace all made names for themselves this season. But one player shines above the rest as the 2009 Halo 3 Old Spice Rising Star, and that player was Tizoxic.
Tizoxic started the season on the 10th seeded team and rose through the ranks over the course of the season to finish a career-high 4th place finish with Dynasty in Anaheim. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, dude. On the Gears of War 2 side of things, Skyless was named the 2009 Rising Star. Skyless also helped Amazing to their first ever championship in Dallas and was a big part of their success throughout the season. For their hard work, both Tizoxic and Skyless were awarded $5 grand. Not a bad chunk of change, right?
Not bad at all, and it's all thanks to Old Spice, the official scent of victory.
All right, guys, it is commercial time, but when we come back, Nexy will tell us what's happening over in Game Battles.
This man uses a regular deodorant product. Now we apply Old Spice Swagger.
What's up, guys? I'm Nexy here with your Game Battles update. To kick things off, I'm going to give a shout out to DMFXL for winning the Call of Duty World at War Old Spice Swagger Series. For their win, DMFXL takes home $5,000. Good work, guys. Now, speaking of money, last year Game Battles held over 400 online tournaments, and they paid out $225,000 to competitors all over the world. This year, GB is holding even more tournaments, and GB Live is doing more shows. It's now easier than ever to get featured, so if you're looking for some fame and fortune, sign up today on GameBattles.com. Guys, the winter season's coming to a close, but that means the spring season's going to start April 1st. This means all the ladders are being reset and everybody gets a fresh start. In addition to the always popular Call of Duty, Gears of War, and Halo 3 ladders, there are also a few new spring titles that I'm excited for, including BioShock 2 and Battlefield Bad Company 2. BioShock 2 has a multiplayer mode that's actually pretty fun. There are a lot of different options for customizing your layout, which plays really well into the game's rock, paper, scissors multiplayer style. And the Battlefield series, they started back in 2002. About 10 iterations later, we're going to get Battlefield Bad Company 2. I'm definitely looking forward to this one, and if the game lives up to the hype, it's going to be a huge hit on Game Battles. Well, that does it for this episode of the Game Battles Report. Julie, back to you.
Thanks, Nexy. Puckett, I hear you're playing in the spring Call of Duty ladder, is that true?
Oh, that's right. Team Wonder Donkeys is going to dominate.
Wow, big dreams. Now, make sure to stay tuned to MLGpro.com for information on the 2010 Pro Circuit and all the things going on at MLG in 2010, including our exciting new franchise, the Doritos MLG Pro Gaming Combine.
Major League Gaming and Doritos have teamed up to offer talented hopefuls a clear path to becoming pro gamers. Our first Combine event is in Nashville, March 26th through the 28th, and it's going to be pretty awesome.
Awesome. All right, that's going to do it for the Old Spice Report for the 2009 season. It has been an honor and a blast. For Chris Puckett, I'm Julie Alexandria. We'll see you next time.